There's always been one question at the top of my mind in life. I've always wanted to know, how can I feel more secure in my body, in my skin? How can I feel more confident? How can I feel more comfortable? How can I feel more at ease in this world? For so long, I felt out of place and like I don't belong here in this world. Everywhere I go, there's always been this nagging sense of insecurity. Like I'm a stranger in this world and like I don't fit in with everyone else around me. This has been the question that has always haunted my mind. I've always wanted to feel more secure, just to feel like I can be myself and I don't have to feel all this pressure and this pain, this longing to just feel more secure inside myself. What I've come to learn is that there's ultimately only one and only one way to find true peace and security inside yourself in this world. And that one way is to strip away all this conditioning that's been layered on, and to peel back these layers so you can see reality for what it actually is, not as you currently perceive it to be. If right now you're in the same boat that I once was, where you just don't feel comfortable anywhere you go, anything you do, there's just this nagging sense of insecurity. It's because from the moment you entered this world, going through childhood, through adolescence, you had these experiences. You started to feel pain in your life. Trauma, pain, abuse, feeling not loved, and basically feeling like you're not enough. And this is what creates the state of dis-ease as you go about your life. All this pain has accumulated and it has created layers over reality to where you can no longer see reality for how it actually is. And because you can't see reality for how it actually is, naturally you don't feel at ease in reality, because you have this you're viewing reality through a lens that is dirty and smudged. You can't see it for what it is. So that's why you don't feel at ease. And so that is the question. How do you strip away these layers that have been accumulated? And how do you start to see reality for what it is, so you can fit better into it, so you can find a place of harmony within, and so you can start feeling free and lighter in the world as you go about your life, so you can live life how you want to live it, so you can create the friendships and the connections and everything else you want in life. How do you strip away these layers of fear and accumulated emotional energy, hardened emotional energy? How do you strip away these things so that you can see reality for what it is? It's a journey for sure. There is no quick overnight solution to doing this. It's a process. It's a process that involves awareness and starting to become aware of how your inner world is structured, how all these experiences from your past have created this emotional shell of rigidity in your body. And this is what ultimately blocks the flow of life and blocks the natural expression that life wants to move and express through you. When you're in the way of life, naturally you're going to feel not at ease. You're going to feel insecure when life is happening one way and you want it to go another way. So it's a process for sure. It's a process that involves awareness and becoming more aware of how you're blocking the flow of life within. That's the journey, going from obstruction within your inner world to flow. Once you can flow with life and experience life that's happening right now in this moment, you can begin to feel a sense of peace and harmony as you experience reality as it is. And what is reality? In my experience, reality is when you can sense the inner current of life, you can feel inside you, and you can feel the pulse of life that is guiding you in this moment and in every moment. There's an internal sense of rightness that you feel within when you're in touch with life and you're in the flow of life. This is what guides you in every moment. Right now, as I'm talking to you, as I feel life coming through me and expressing itself in this way, I feel at home in this moment because I'm not resisting and I'm not putting all these layers in between me and reality. Life is coming up in me this way right now, and I'm available to life, and I'm available to sensing the inner current of life, and I'm available to flow and go with that flow. So naturally, I feel at peace and at harmony in this moment. It's only when I get out of alignment with this moment, when I start resisting and when I start putting all these layers between me and reality, that I feel insecure. Of course, I'm not perfect, so there's still situations where things come up and I have to be very aware to not resist what's happening within me, because I know that when you resist, you only create pain within. So essentially, it's all about getting out of your own way and letting life move through you how it wants to move through you. That is reality. Reality is the flow of life, what's happening right now in this moment. And it's always available. You're always available to go with the flow of life. It's only when you resist that you create the pain, that you magnify the pain, that you feel anxiety, insecurity, fear. These are the things that get in the way of you and life. So it's really about just becoming aware of these internal processes and your reactions. When you get triggered, start, instead of running away from these emotions and these feelings, these sensations that in the past have brought you so much pain, start to look at them, observe them, and dissect them. See them for what they are. They're just past emotional residue that has formed into a hardened mass within you. And it's this hardened mass of energy that blocks the natural flow of life. And so that is the journey. It's about removing all these rigidities and obstructions within you so that you can begin to experience life as it is right now, without all the many layers of conditioning, of pain and trauma and everything that takes you away from this moment. Bring awareness into your life, and you might just notice that everything begins to change. Not fast, but inevitably things will change. So you start to shine the light of awareness onto the darkness that has taken you away from reality, from the feeling of security that exists when you're in touch with reality, when you're in touch with life as it's happening right now. Bring awareness and watch your life change.